Doom, 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 doom. I actually think I might shut the blind completely. That probably looks slightly better. All-time highs before market open. What do you know? Do. I'm probably looking for a drop like into here maybe. Before I long. Not obviously trying to short anything here really. Just wait for a retrace, long it. And yeah, we do have equal lows down here. I'm not going to short towards them. I would rather wait for them. Looking a year older, yeah, sure am, Geordie. Sure am. Feeling a year older. Feeling like I need to get my life together. And probably just go travelling again. I'm only 22. But 22 does sound a hell of a lot older than 21. Is it just me, or does 21 sound a hell of a lot older? Like 21 sounds like you're up to no good. 22 sounds like you're kind of getting your life together at 22. There's this hourly, no, it's not an hourly there, never mind. We had like an hourly immediate rebalance basically. This was crazy. I was watching this like a little bit earlier on, just seeing like that it was pumping. And yeah, we've swept previous day's high / all-time highs. And we are making our way back down here, but the real question is basically just where are we gonna reverse to? Or where are we going to retrace to, not reverse. Has there even been a swing low break, actually? Yeah, there has. Only on, like, the 2 minute? Yeah, 2 minute broke one. But not even, like, that significant of a pullback. Or break, really. And we have, like, a couple 15-minute imbalances here. I'm honestly going to just have a peek at this one, just because the fact that it's kind of, like, the one just above this order block. But I'll have this one marked because that's the only one that's really in a discount. Hoping we get some sort of nice price action this week. Like so far, every time we've like bit opened, we've basically just already done the move. Like the move happens like the end of London. The past 2 days, the move's been happening at the end of London, and my mouse is being weird. Okay, no, it's fine. Just glitched out a little bit there. But if I do look at this, then it does potentially look like these equal lows could be a nice place to sweep and then continue higher. that hourly imbalance I outlined yesterday held quite nicely, and then like into the lunch and bit of the PM, shot up, took the high of the day out, and then reversed, retraced back into that same hourly imbalance, and then bounced up. Respected this hourly imbalance here, bounced up, took high again, so anticipating some sort of retracement. But it's a no news Tuesday, so we had a no news Monday and a no news Tuesday. Hopefully the latter portion of this week that actually has news drivers is going to be a bit more exciting, because it's just so demotivating when you like load up your chart for your session and like the move's happened and it's like, well, now what? Yeah, it probably was, Geordie. It probably was. And again, I hate these types of like all-time high weeks where it's opens at Sunday and then just fires up, and like literally where we opened ends up being the low of the week. I still am not thinking, oh, like this looks really nice. I won't trade short, but this looks really nice if it wants to come down here, knock out some of this stoof. Maybe even tap that daily fair value gap again, and then shoot higher. But that's, yeah, it's not asking a lot really, is it? It's just asking, like that's easily doable if we just move down overnight instead of pump up. And we've had no news driver behind us this week, so we do only hate it because we miss it, exactly. We do only hate it because we miss it, but we still hate it. Yeah, but I just won't short from all-time highs, Geordie. I won't bring myself to do it, no matter how good it looks. Like I outlined a short yesterday, and it played out partially. But I just, the chances are it's just hard to short all-time highs. Like you really just normally doesn't go very well. We'll see what it does at open here. We have a new day opening gap like down here, like 185-ish. It's actually right on this first presented from yesterday, so that's pretty cool. Doom, doom. ChatGPT, what the fuck? ChatGPT's in the chat. I want to know what you're looking for, ChatGPT. What the fuck? Oh, that's such an elite name. I'm looking for longs, ChatGPT, but after some level of a retrace. Doom, doom, doom. So yeah, Geordie, that where was it? You could really say like any of these fair leg ups here are a 2022 short. Ideally, if you're into enough like that candle there, yeah, ideally, really that one that it didn't reach up to yet. That would be like your 2022 short if you're okay with shorting against all-time highs. I'm not. I don't think it's going to get all the way down to London. I have them marked just because they're equal lows. I think if it wants to get down there, I don't know if it's going to do it in this session is the issue. I feel like it might not get all the way down there just because we've expanded. So it would make more sense to me for us to retrace into this leg that we've put in and then continue. But these equal lows, obviously, I can't ignore. So if we are closer to them tomorrow, for example, then I could short towards them. Oh, not short towards. I wouldn't mind shorting towards them. To be fair, tomorrow, I don't mind shorting in an all-time high market. I do mind shorting directly after an all-time high sweep, if that makes sense. Some sort of discount would be nice, exactly. But yeah, I don't mind shorting if we're like tomorrow, if we're somewhere, say, around here tomorrow. I don't mind shorting to these equal lows tomorrow. If we say like drop, have some sort of overnight consolidation, sweep, and then drop towards these lows, I don't mind that. I am very cautious. The fact that we've just swept, like this is all-time highs, and we've just swept it, so really. Honestly, I could frame a discount from like this. This would be a very, very short-term discount here. But like, look, that's expanding up now, and likelihood is that takes out the high that it put in pre-market. Doesn't come all the way back down. $5 minute there that it bounced off. This is like a very short-term discount. I'd be more confident seeing it come down lower to that 15. if I'm being honest. But the fact that this kind of did a bit of a retracement makes it, on a 1 minute chart at least, a short-term discount. Where's our first presented? 9:30. Honestly, kind of prefer this one. This one is there, but this one's kind of like more of a breakaway from this range. This one kind of overlaps with this range here. It's not very imbalancey, if you will. This one is. Breaks away from that range a bit more. Market's boring and other news. Didn't ruin my weekend for a change. Up the fucking Reds. You want to hang around in this stream, Geordie, because you might get a wee game of chess. If the market, if I lose interest completely, you may just get a naughty game of chess. I kind of do want it to go short here, to be honest, because this is not really enough of a retracement at all for me to be longing. Not feeling too optimal. I'm sure that won't matter. Quite sure that won't matter, Geordie. So this 15-minute, in fact, did hold. It's just seeing, Geordie. It looks like the better one to use to me, and so far it's been pretty nice. And it's basically because this lower one here overlaps with this kind of range here, so it isn't very imbalancey. We had like down, back up, down again, back up. Like this range is fairly balanced. Whereas this one here was the feather I got the printed as we broke away from this range. So that's the one that I'm using as first presented, and it looks like I might have made the right call so far. If we're in a range where it's like a lot of back and forth, then I would consider this enough of back and forth movement here. This small one here that's printed like inside the range isn't probably going to be your most ideal first presented. You can use it. There's nothing wrong with it. It just might not be the best one. Whereas this one that broke away from the range is the preferred one for me. I don't want to say that it would be the preferred one for ICT because I don't want to speak for him, but it's the preferred one for me, and so far it's done pretty well. Obviously, you could argue that this tapped this one as well because there is a volume imbalance there, really. So also inside the opening range gap, I don't usually like those. I don't mind that if it's inside or outside the opening range gap. Really, that doesn't bother me at all. It's more just like how much of an imbalance is it really? Like, go on to regular trading hours and you'll see as well, like, we had back and, like, one down close, up close, down close, up close, printed this small gap, but this gap broke away from this regular trading hours, these candles from the open, so that's the one that's likely the better first presented. Now, we just swept this regular trading hours liquidity, so now that actually looks nice to reverse now. We can dig into this gap a bit more. He did say don't use the gap that swept a regular trading hours low. Ah, nice. There we go then. Yeah, so that gap is there, but I am actually just short-term bearish. I want to see some more retracement, therefore I want to see the gap fail and get inverted. But it's holding. On no news days, apparently macros are pretty, oh, not pretty good, but better. Sometimes. I always say that, but I really couldn't care less about macros, really, in the grand scheme of things. They're not too important to me. There's simply a time where it's like, ooh, is something going to happen? This is really trying to get below that gap. It keeps wicking back up. Looks a little different on micros. Oh my god, that's horrid. Look at all them wicks. Oh yeah, micros wicked all the way down into it. Interesting. Absolutely horrid, because, ugh. Wicks and such. Doom, doom. Okay, that's failed now. So now we'll potentially see it inverted and then go lower. I honestly like the 180, 170 levels. As a retap into it. Now we'll see if I was right to pick that higher one or if it is going to react off that lower one. Because that lower one is there. It is there. I'm not going to mark it just because it's going to get too much in the way. I'd rather see if the one that I chose holds up as now as an inversion, or if it does continue higher from here. Continuing higher. Oh, maybe not. That was a sharp reaction off of previous day's high. You'd expect if this is inverting it, you wouldn't want to see the body close in the upper half, preferably, and it doesn't look like it is. Yeah, that was a nice reaction there. Wicked all the way back up to previous day's high and shot back down. If I shorted, my stop would likely be 260-ish. I don't know really. Yeah, I get what you mean. I wouldn't have a problem with 260 as a stop. I'd probably just put it at like the high there. 263. I wonder if we have an SMT at the highs. No. No SMTs. But like I said, I really wouldn't want to short this. I just want to wait for it to come down if it's going to, and then long it. Longing is the safer option here. Just you have to wait for the retracement. But it's expanded so much overnight. Like, remember what we said, Geordie? That 6 a.m. move was probably the move of the day. So, not expecting a whole lot from this session. I wonder why that is. Some sort of convergence between the two probably means fuck all anyway. I feel like ICT has mentioned it, but I can't remember what he said. But yeah, I wouldn't deep it too much. You know what? We can range in between this tiny 10-point range between these. Yeah. Journey short until we take out pre-market low. Yeah, that's where I want it to come to, really. It's down to this level. Like the 170, 180 level is where I want to see it come down to, but I'm not shorting towards it. I'd rather long once the retrace is complete. I don't really want to short from here. Yeah, I'm similar. I'm of the similar opinion, Journey. Also, welcome, Mr. Journey. So yeah, we're just fucking dancing over this first presented at the moment. If this lower one is the one that you like, that is the better one to have today, then we'll see. Because that one is actually been a bit cleaner so far. This one's just kind of did hold, then got spiked through, now spiked back up again, and maybe now again spiked lower through. So maybe this lower one is the one that you want today. Because like that does look a bit nicer. So Journey always lurking in the background, making money, picking up the kids, making markets, as a legend does. As a legend does. That's our journey. All in a day's work. We're in a macro now. This lower one is just about holding. Again, I want to see it break. I don't want to see it just chop in a range here or even continue higher here, because then I'm probably not getting anything. Already made 800 on my Apex tight stop account. Nice. This could just be a shallow retracement lower, not even getting to London SMT. London's SMT low. Rocket from there. Yeah, probably Geordie. And if that does happen, then it's going to be another no trade day for Brad. I would not like to compare a symbol, thank you. So we opened, been open for almost half an hour now. And we have moved from high to low about 45 points. Compared to the, let's shift. Compared to the, 150 points that we moved overnight. But, you know. Really is like dancing between these two fill gaps here. This doesn't look like continuation to me. It looks like it's gonna reverse if I had to choose. But it doesn't look clean enough for me to want to trade it at all, if I'm being real. So no news Tuesday. You did eloquently outline that, Mr. Geordie. You did indeed. I wouldn't be surprised if this comes back down into the range now. Oh, breakout. Here's the high. I low-key like don't mind that long. Like a little short 1 to 1.5 to previous day's high, or to the pre-market high. Decisions. I can go in that with 6 micros. Do I want to go in on it? It hasn't really retraced, but it did react nicely off there. Not sure. Not sure if I really should be taking that. We'll watch that one. I don't want to. I'm gonna get rid of that fair value gap as well. That's like a trade idea. A lot 1 to 1.5. Would have been filled. Because like yeah, it just didn't retrace to enough, so I don't feel comfortable longing. But it looked like displacy enough to potentially get to the overnight high. See if that trade would have played out or not. Because the idea is that 15-minute held, so really if you're framing your premium discount from that low, then it would have been in a discount already. But yeah, very messy price action here. I would rather just avoid that one. And it left equal lows here, so fear slipping away again. ES looks a tad better for shorts. Does it? Oh, ES looks really nice to get down to the smooth level down here. 785-ish. 784, 785. Yeah, that's where I look for ES to draw down to. Again, the idea isn't to short towards that because it's all-time highs. The idea is to short, or the idea is not to short at all really. If we've like just swept previous day's high, which in this case was all-time highs. The main thing being that it was all-time highs, not that it was previous day's high. Previous day's high is a great place to short from if you're bearish. Wow, there has really been no first presented on ES, hey? Like, literally none until like this one here. Yeah, the idea is to see ES draw down to there and then go long. Where's NQ doing? Where's NQ doing? What's NQ doing? So if I was in that long, I would probably be pretty uncomfortable because it disrespected that fair value gap, but it did respect the first presented like pretty nicely. So, Dumpy, you're on vacation. Get out of here. Disc's gonna whiz. Bathroom break. Disc is gonna whiz. Sounds like Disc is having a whiz, Geordie. Potentially. In fact, I can almost guarantee Disc is currently whizzing. Okay, so it looks like it was a good call not taking that long. Yeah, good call not taking that long. Just continued back into the range. God damn it. Okay, dropping into this 15-minute. Once again. Can you guys hear this? This is what my mouse sounds like now. Oh no, it's not doing it. Why is it not doing it? No, I don't know. Anyway, expansion. If anyone went short, you're welcome. Are you short, Journey? Can you take a little scalp move in there? If this breaks, I will potentially actually long this one now because it's knocked out a low. So if it can break up above that high, and look good enough, then I will potentially actually long it. Potentially. It needs to look pretty good though, because I am longing in a pretty aggressive position here. I'm looking at that most recent swing high we put in about 10 AM, 10:01. I had a dream that the algo went gone. Oh, I read that wrong. I had a dream that the algo was gone, no kidding. Sounds like a dream from like the Matrix or something. Wake up, Neo. Wake up, Don P. The algo has you. Yeah, most likely, Journey. Most likely. Boom, 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 boom. I've got 20 more minutes of this price action left in me before I quit. Do you know something as well? There's a really nice volume profile KAICAP type trade that I just kind of like watched happen, and that would have been from about 2018 50. So this low, it was a long idea from around here, and it would have looked something like this. Would look something like that. Mr. Rice, when's the last time I took a trade? Friday. And it would have, I actually fucked it up. It would have been a winner, but I fucked it up. It was a short on Friday. Didn't trade yesterday. It's hard for me to trade in this type of environment where we get like an overnight expansion. Okay, but low-key, I like the long here. I might take a stab at this long, potentially. It doesn't look very displacey is the only issue. And if that closes, it would be from this for value gap. Depending on how that candle closes, I'll take a stab. I want that candle. I want that candle to close above that high, and then I can go for like a little 1 to 2 to the high of the day. Okay. I'm gonna take a stab there. See if I get filled. I'll take a partial at this like internal range high, and then the remainder of the position will stay on for the high of the day. I need to get filled first though, so. This is the current trade idea that we're not filled on yet. What's the high of that? 6550. Okay. Let's see if I get filled, and hopefully I don't get stopped straight away. Every time it looks like I'm about to get filled, my heart flutters because I like jump. I make sure my eyes jump up to check that I'm definitely on the micros. Especially if I'm entering with like a decent amount of contracts, like 4 micros. 4 minis is a lot of contracts. Stop just shy of my limit. The logic here is that we've retraced into a 15-minute gap. We knocked out the low of the day from 9:30, which there's going to be a hefty amount of liquidity behind. And obviously all-time highs. I didn't get filled there. The minis I would have got filled. The micros stopped just shy of the Hypothetical gap. I do have my limit order in the right place, don't I? Yep. Well, this is going to be a shame if it knocks out the high now. Do 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 do. Yeah, man. No, man. The same monitors, Geordie. Just on. It's in the Discord general chat. I put a photo of it. It's the same monitors. Just they used to be on stands. Now they're mounted on the walls. Just looks a lot cleaner and gives me like, oh my god, the amount of extra desk space I have, outrageous. So yeah, that's why I'm like looking up at an angle. That's also why the face cam used to probably be about there. Now it's obviously where it is up there. So Okay, surely I get filled on this little drop down now. You would think. It's really stalling. Kind of makes me like, okay. I'd rather it just trickle down and like, I mean, if it doesn't fail me here, then so be it. But like, I'd rather kind of it dance here a little bit. I just, what terrifies me is that when it just dumps into your fill. That terrifies me. Still waiting on this one. It's been dancing above my order for the past 3.5 minutes. Yeah, exactly, Geordie, actually, yeah. It does, like, free up a lot of, like... Want some one more time? Let me just shut up, because I might get filled again. There we go. We got tagged on that one. So, 2 orders going in at that high, and then... I'll leave the other 2 on for the high of the day. Let's see how that goes. I am aware that I am pretty aggressive on this long, but... Everything looks good enough for me to take it, in my opinion. I'll go break. I'm not gonna like try and jam my stop up a little bit. I'm gonna just wait till the first partial gets hit, and then I'll put the remainder of the position on to break even. Just glad I got filled, really. 8 people in the stream, and they're about to either watch me make or lose money. This is also a ranging market, so obviously not ideal, but we knocked out the low, so we should go back up to the high end of the range. Unless there is going to be some level of a deeper retracement, which is okay. Rice doesn't like longs right now. That is perfectly fine, Mr. Rice. And you may be right, but you may be wrong. I should probably mark up that sell side that I ended the trade based off. That sell side down there, which was the low of the 930 low. Big enough liquidity pool there for me to long off of. Hands off the mouse. I mean, my stop's at the extreme of the range, Journey, if that helps. Oh, I'm praying for you, Mr. Geordie. Okay, so that 1 minute got disrespected. I'm not going to manually exit. I'm going to just sit in it and hope. mm, mm. Mm, 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 mm. Let me extend that 15-minute across one more time actually as well, since that is something it can tag. Mm, 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 mm. Move that position all the way with it. I'm going to take that off just because it gets in the way of what I'm looking at, and you guys can see the actual position up there. So why do you need to see a a short tool that shows you exactly what's above me, or a long tool? $785.5 in ES is Geordie's target. Where's that? Yeah, I like that for ES, that pre-market liquidity. If ES can get there and then I'm still in this long on NQ, hopefully, that could be a nice catalyst for me to get my move, but maybe I get stopped while ES drops for that pre-market, so oh well. Ow. Trade and range in markets. That ES short after first presented got inverted is pretty clean. Hopefully I actually am able to hold on here while ES gets down there, because I don't know, ES looks pretty close and NQ's fairly stubborn to get down there. We have an SMT at this low at the minute. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, undo. Oh. I'm also not really, I'm not honestly paying any, first present any mind, because look how bitch slapped it's gotten today. The only thing that concerns me is ES getting down, like, and dragging NQ down with it. But as long as I can potentially survive while ES drops, then I have a chance. But But maybe I get stopped. Yeah, stopped on that one. Oh well. Wow. Right as ES tagged them lows and Q dropped. I guess that's what I get for trying to force that long in a ranging market. Probably should have avoided that one. But I am definitely getting impatient. So, on to the next account. I've been eating losses recently. Some my fault, some not. But I've just been eating loss after loss after loss after loss. I need to cancel my limit orders. Where's my mouse at? Mouse, can you get onto the right screen? The fuck? What's going on here? Everything's frozen. Oh, fucking hell, what's going on here? Let me just go on TopStep here. Everything's trading views frozen, so okay, that limit order is cancelled. I don't know why my monitors have all of a sudden just froze. I'm gonna end the stream quickly just because I mean you guys saw the trade. Been a tough couple. Yeah, it's been a tough couple months. Paid didn't look good on the 1 hour for longs. So I'm just ready for longs. Yeah, I mean, no, it looked okay to me on the short time frames. On the 1 hour, I mean, I literally can't look at it because my monitors are frozen. I'm just gonna end the stream, boys. I will be back obviously tomorrow. I just need to end the stream so I can fix these monitors because right now they're frozen. But another L. A minute, it's like a trend for me to just be constantly losing at the minute. But yeah, I hope you boys enjoyed, and I will catch you tomorrow, same time. Hopefully, I'm begging for a win at the latter portion of this week because like I should have taken a win last week, but I fucked it up. It's me fucking everything up really, if I'm being honest. But yeah, I will catch you boys tomorrow.